Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on Ravenport. We are going to carry straight on from where we left off in the last episode, so let's get to it. I don't know about that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to back that one down there, like this. There we go. We'll bring you to there, and we'll just leave you there for a second. And I'm going to get this one. And I'm going to drive back down to the farm, and I'm going to collect the Terminator seed cart. We're going to fill that one with seed and with fertilizer, because I'm curious, if we've got the fertilizer in that one trailing along with us, is it going to actually be able to use it? And of course the other big question is the hired help going to be able to use seed from that one, or is the hired help only going to use the seed from the actual seed drill itself? I'm sort of thinking it could go either way on this. Like, both of them are options, but it could really go either way. We've still got the bales to go and deal with. We've still got a lot of work to do. Now we grab that one there. So how do we do this one? Just open cover, isn't it? Okay, so I will open cover like that, and it pops that one out. And then you got open next cover. Now, I don't know if it's picking up seed or fertilizer for this first tank. So we'll bring you over here. Like this. There, and it's putting seed. And it's just taking it as seed, interestingly enough, in here. It's not taking it as a specific named seed, because it's not fastened on to any seed drill. So it's taking it as seed out of here, but when I fasten this one onto... So I got 10,000 litres of seed there. Now, open next cover. I go like that, and that will just move it over to the next one like this. So we're going to put fertilizer into this one. Will it actually let me unload the fertilizer using the Great Plains seed drill, or will that only work on other configurations? That's what we're waiting to find out. So we've got a load of fertilizer into here, 10,120 litres of seed, and 4,600 litres of fertilizer. Close that one up. That'll close both of them, so then we can go and take this one. We're going to run this one all the way up to the top. So it's going to close all the covers down. We'll run back up the same road that we just came down. I know there's all those trees all over the top, which are a bit of a nuisance, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then, I know that this type of truck here is not one that you would commonly see in the States. You do see them occasionally, but the ones that you actually normally see in the States are the cab-over designs. I've been reading up on this a little bit. The cab-over designs are... Most of the cab-over designs are from pre-1983, I think it is, when the law was changed in the States about the length of vehicles. And once the law was changed, everybody started using longer vehicles rather than shorter vehicles that they used to use, and that we use here in Europe. And as soon as the law was changed, the configuration generally, the bonnet in front, like the engine in front of the cab, those designs, that's when you think of an American truck, or at least over here in Europe, when you think of an American truck, you think of the big, long ones with the cab-over design. The cab-behind design, I should say, sorry. Whereas... and that's when that sort of classic American configuration started to turn up. Now, I know that those configurations are also very popular over in Australia, Canada. I don't know where else, though. I definitely shouldn't have put that one quite so close behind. I forgot that we need to put that one on first. And then we put our seed drill on behind that. So, just ignore the fact that I'm shunting it around with the tractor like this in this rather horrifying fashion. Let's bring you back over here like that. Let me take out that signpost, because we don't want that one. And then swinging around there. Smokestacks billowing. And now I bring this one back, and we will see if this actually works, if this configuration does actually work. So I'll join that one on there. I've now got 15,800 litres of cotton, but whether or not it's actually going to do it as cotton still remains to be seen. So I'm going to start that one, I'm going to lower it down. Is it going to put fertilizer onto the fields? Apparently not. Okay, so it doesn't put fertilizer onto the field, but what I am hoping is that even though it doesn't do the fertilizer onto the field like we would like, I am hoping that it will still use the seed drill up at the front in order to reload the seed drill, so keep all of the seed flowing. And if it doesn't, we do have another option that we can use now. I'm just going to bring that one over to there, and I'm going to press H and let that one continue on. Now, the other option that we can use is we'll simply disconnect them, and then we will empty out the seed drill there. We'll empty that one out sort of somewhere on the field, and the big bud will then be able to pull up alongside it with the seed drill, and we will be able to manually reload like that. Now, that's going to back up. It does struggle to reverse them when you've got extra bits in between, but it still does it. Oh, he says. What are you doing? Okay, is that even going to work? I didn't think it would. Oh, no, it has worked. I mean, yes, we have completely ripped our Great Plains machine in half. Utterly destroyed it and torn the thing in half. So half of it is now at the bottom of the hill. But it's gotten round the corner. That's the important thing, I'm sure, yeah. So you can get home, sir, in there, and you can have your sandwiches as quickly as possible. In the meantime, we've got to go and buy ourselves a brand new seed drill because you messed up. Completely, totally, and utterly. Right. It's struggling with this, isn't it? It is genuinely struggling with this little configuration that we've got. I'm going to let it keep going for a minute. We'll see how it does with it. But I'm thinking that it might be an idea if we scrap having the Terminator thing. It doesn't allow us to put the fertilizer on there anyway. So it doesn't... It's not... You know what? I'm not even going to bother sort of going on any further than that. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to take that one off like that. I'm going to bring this one over here, and we'll simply use this as a seed cart, because you can empty them out, can't you? You can empty them out onto the ground, and then we'll be able to go up next to the seed pallets with our seed drill here, and we'll be able to reload. So it's probably going to be a lot quicker and easier for us if we just do it like that, rather than messing around with the seed cart. Rather than messing around with having that seed cart actually fastened to the machine as we go up and down the field. So let me just whiz this one around. Down here like this. There we go. Turning way too sharp for its own good, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'll bring you to about there, and I will go. Right. Lower that one down in. And it's away. Okay, I got that bit going. So next on the list, I want to go over to my other big bud, and that one has now finished over here. That's done. So what I want to do is get that little bit there that hasn't been finished. And then I got a couple of patches down the other end of the field that we want to go and get. Just those tiny little niggling bits that haven't properly been done. And I do actually want to finish them, so we've got to crawl down here at our usual sedate pace and deal with those. We will then unhitch this cultivator over by the combines, the same as I've done with the other cultivator. And then we want to get back to the shop. We want to get... No, we don't. We're not going to bother going back to the shop. What I'll do is I'll take the lorry back to the shop, and I'll use that one to... pick up the new seed drill. We'll run it back to the farm. We will load it up with seed down there, Then we'll run it up here using the truck, and then we can fasten it onto this big bud, and this one can start work on these fields over here. I'm not going to bother doing once around the edge or anything like that. I'm simply just going to let it get going, working up and down the fields. And then once we've done that one, then we will go back over. We will finish doing the little bit of raking that we've still got to do, and we can also get started on the baling, which is the bit that I am looking forward to more than anything else. So I've just got... oh no, hang on, there's a couple of little bits here. Plus, we've also got the little bits of greenery over in Field 8. We'll go and grab those as well. I do think that if we'd sort of started with big scale on here, I would have taken the time to use the landscaping mod, smoothed everything out in between these two fields, and then joined it all together, so we've got one absolutely massive field all the way down through. But I don't regret how things have worked out, because look, it's quite steep there in the middle. I don't regret how things have worked out. I think it's going to be absolutely fine. We've got plenty of land here to work on, and then the next series that we're moving to, we've also got a brand new map there, and we're going to have to make all of our own fields on it anyway. I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing that one. I'm really looking forward to doing that map. It's going to be big scale. I probably won't use Big Bud on it though. Right? I've used Big Bud now. We've got two of these bad boys here working across these fields, so I don't think that there's a need to go using yet another Big Bud. Now, I did say I was going to leave the cultivator up by the combines, but this is closer. So I'm just going to dump the cultivator right here. Right there. So it's ready to go when we next might need it. And then we want to go over to the truck and... let's unhitch that one there. We'll do Field 8 first. We're going to want to get over to the truck and get down to the shop next, aren't we? I'll go and check on the other tractor a second. Not that way. Go there, and... yeah, you're doing a grand job, and actually the cotton doesn't seem to be doing too well, doing too bad either. It is using up at a good rate. Well, while the big, beautiful bud carries on with its work on the field there, we're going to race down to the yard, to the dealership, and we're going to get the next planter. We'll rush that one back over to the yard and fill it up over there, and then we will rush from there back over to the field, and we'll put that one on the second big bud, and we can start that one going as well. So we'll have all of the big buds going. Everybody will be happy. Everything will be working. Well, that one's busy going through there. Let's just very quickly go and get our next planter. So we'll take you right there, and I want to go... should I just go to there, don't I? Yeah. Trailer. Yeah, that's the hitch on there. Trailer, that's the one that we want. So we want to lease that one. There. Okay. Right. That's all. Sound your horns at me. I'm a very busy man. I've got a lot of work to do. I don't know. Some people, they're just not understanding, are they? You stop, you whip your phone out, you do a little bit of work, you go online, you place a few orders while you're at the wheel. Obviously, if I was doing that while I was driving along, that would be very dangerous. I've got your best interests at heart by parking up and doing it like that. It's not my fault that I had to park up right in front of the train crossing. And in my defense, there was a train in the way when I stopped. So it's not like I was holding anybody up. So just have a little patience, will you? That's all we need. Just a little bit of patience. A little bit of understanding. It goes a long way. Understanding goes a long way. And some of these drivers around here, they seem to be a little bit lacking in their understanding. Anyway. Wow, we're drifting a little bit with this thing. At least we are able to drag this one around using the truck, because if we had to do it with the big bud, it would be a very long and tedious journey. And... yeah, that wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Okay, plan B, I'm going to unfold it right here, in the vain hope that it will actually help. Yeah, that's not really helped at all in any way, shape or form. It is entirely possible to go a little bit too fast with this one, it would seem. If I do that to it. Nope, that's not going to help. Right, plan B. Let's use this one. I think this is the perfect machine for the job of picking. I can't believe we've gone and flipped that one upside down. I didn't even think that it would be a thing that could happen. I genuinely didn't think that that would even be possible. So we'll go and take this, and we will tip this back up the right way. We use our very, very powerful, compact New Holland Super Boom right here. We'll see just how super you are, little Super Boom. And if you're super enough, you should be able to tip that one back over the right side up, and then we can go and fill it up. And then we can drag it up to the field, and we can put the big bud going. And then we can get down here, and we can use that baler right there. That New Holland small baler. That's the bit that we want. That's the bit that I'm really looking forward to. Like, yeah, it's great getting the big buds working in the field, but the stuff we have seen before, we've already done a little bit of that, but we have not done. Well, that's not quite according to plan. Maybe we go to the back of the machine and we tip it over. We'll try here a minute. We'll see what this one can do. Yeah, that's not being very helpful. I don't want to have to reset it, because that'll reset it back to the shop. I know I do have other machines I could bring down and use for this job, but quite frankly, I wanted to use this one. I just wanted it to be possible with this one, but it turns out that maybe it's not. Okay, plan B. I do have another plan for this. We're going to... Well, we still need to finish doing that, so we will do that, and I probably want to use you. And, right, there we go, right. I'm going to unhitch that a minute. And then, you know, I should have just turned them the other way. That's fine, right. And then we'll take you out of there, and we'll bring you over this way. So what I'm hoping is that if I tip the lorry the right way up, the truck the right way up, semi, whatever it is that you call it, this beastie right here, you know what I mean with this one, doesn't want to tip up. This Super Boom is great and all, but it doesn't seem to be booming very superly. Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. Although I'm going out a long way on the forks. If we bring it over this side and maybe hook it under there, so we get a little bit closer to the vehicle. There we go. Ha ha ha. Super Boom indeed. Now, plan B is we go to this one and I go up to the hitch, and maybe it will flip it up the... Ooh, okay, we have a distinct possibility that this could go really well or horribly wrong. Yeah, I think we went for option B on this one. It's gone horribly wrong. What if we bring you down like that? No, that's not going to help. This isn't going to help at all. All we've done is put ourselves back to where we were. So let's leave that bit. We'll leave you, and we'll go to this one. We'll try you a minute, and we'll see what we can do with this. Because what I might be able to do is I might be able to use the... I was thinking I could use the mower. If we can hook the mower underneath the side of it, maybe we could use that. First of all, though, I'm going to do, you know, just give it a good old-fashioned ramming. That's what we're going to do. First option. If that doesn't work, we will try option B, which is to unfold the mowers and do it like that. Right. A good old-fashioned ramming doesn't seem to do anything. So we go option B. We unfold the mowers like this, and we put them underneath, right under the side of it, like this, and then start folding them up. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working quite as well as I'd hoped. Well, at least I'm not in any real danger of turning this tractor over. We do have that in our favour. So let's bring this back over here, and I'll try... I do have another idea for this. If I can bring that one back... I'm just going to have to give up and reset them back to the shop. I want to try and get this the right way up. If I can. It's not allowing me to bring that mower and hook it back underneath. It's just sort of doing that, which isn't really very helpful. No. And as soon as I relax it a bit, it kind of stops working. How can we do this? Let's go to you again. I'll undo you, like that. And then I'll go over to you, over here. And we will try ramming speed with just the truck. That ought to be able to just tip the truck over. Pretty much. There we go. Right, the truck's back on his right side up. And take you like that. Now, I'm hoping that I can stop it from turning over by sort of... I'm going to put that one over to there. And then I'll jump out a minute and we'll go to you. And we'll unfold again. And I'm going to put this right at the back. Over here. And start folding it up from back here. I'm kind of hoping that this is going to work. If I put it back to there. And I start doing that. That should put a bit of pressure onto it. It's pulling that tractor over a bit. Actually, it's just now it's completely sat on it. Yeah, that's not worked. So if I maybe bring you over this way like this. Like that, maybe. So I've got a little bit of pressure on there. And then I jump into you. No, that's just catapulting my truck back upside down again. This is no good. That's a very heavy machine. Okay, you know what? But we're not going to mess around with this anymore. I mean, it was a great idea, and it would have been wonderful if it would have worked, but it's just not going to work, is it? So, we're going to... Right, don't... Stop going to that one. I don't want to select that one. I'm going to have to cycle through them all like this. Yeah, I'll reset you. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to have to cycle through them all like this. Going to go through all of my machines. Pallet fork, seed tube. There. It's got to get there eventually. There we go. That's the one that I want. Right. Reset you. Yes. All the way to the shop. There. It's now done. We'll try this again. This time we're going to go a little bit more slowly. And it wasn't like I was going round the corner too fast. I was on a pretty much... I only, like, drifted round a slight corner. I was pretty much straight for the duration of it. That's the slightly ridiculous thing, is that the steep... like, the sharp corners that I went round... That wasn't the bit that did it. I was on a relatively straight piece of road. It was just because I was going faster, and the machine itself kind of caused the lorry to drift, and then jackknifed it. It is quite... I suppose that is one of the dangers of... it proves the danger of being jackknifed. It is entirely possible for it to happen, so let's hopefully not have it happen again. If I think that it's going to happen, I ought maybe just to ease off on the accelerator a little bit. So I was coming up round here, and it was up over this corner. It was here. This is what started it, because I came round that corner. So I've slowed down now. Came round that corner, overcorrected a tiny bit, and then went round the next corner too sharp. And it was all too late. By the time I hit that second corner, it was already too late. It was all going downhill by that point. But we've now done it. We've done it safely this time. So let's bring you up to here. Right up there. And we will undo that one. And then we will start loading you. And while that one's loading, I'm going to go over to this one. And I'm actually just going to finish rowing up this field. We've only got a tiny little bit. 5,700. That has now done. That's now loaded up. I want to finish rowing this up. As soon as this is done, we will then drive the seed up to the top. So I want to go like that. And run you along here. I think I've already done all the way around the outside of the field and done sort of the tidy up run. So now all we got is a couple of runs in here. We can keep this relatively straight and neat and tidy like that, just by running into the point of it like that. And then I go back up here. It's going to be interesting to see what the small baler is like with what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be interesting, the width of it, the width of the pickup. I'm wondering what it's going to be like with the width of the pickup and how well it's going to actually accommodate these wide rows that we've got here. Because we do have quite a substantial amount of material in each of these windrows. So it's going to be interesting to see how that baler responds to it. Because we know that some balers, I'm not mentioning any names, New Holland round baler, and also I'm not even going to bother trying coughing through it. The class quadrant, not quadrant. Yeah, it was quadrant like 1200 or 1300, 1400 or something. Anyway, the class baler, the modded one, those were both very narrow on the pickup. And I noticed that when I was trying to use either of them, we all know about the round baler, but also on the class quadrants baler, the one that was added in as a mod. The actual pickup width on that one is quite narrow, so when you're going along a windrow, it leaves half of it behind, which immediately put me off the mods completely. I know I can go and tweak that myself very, very easily. It's not a difficult thing to go and do, but I don't think that I should have to be honest. I honestly don't think I should have to. I mean, there's some fantastic mods, and like the class one, that class baler, it's a fantastic mods. It's just let down by the fact that the pickup is a little bit too narrow. Maybe, yeah, you're going for realism, so you're making sure that the pickup width is inside the wheels of the pickup reel. Technically, it would pull in some from the outside, more so with grass and hay than it does with straw, admittedly. But for gameplay purposes, so that it doesn't just frustrate everybody that uses it, make the pickup a little bit wider than the actual machine. Just a tiny bit, because then you're able to pick up the windrows properly. Because the windrows don't come up very narrow, and it kind of spoils the experience. It does make the experience frustrating rather than enjoyable, and then people don't want to use the mod. And one thing I know with Mod Hub is that modders want their mods to be used, because the more their mods are used, the more money they get paid. They get paid per download, as far as, well, at least that's what they used to get. It's not just like a set amount. They get paid per download. So if you want your mod to be popular and get lots of downloads, then you kind of need to work a little bit on making it popular for everybody and not just going for the maximum realism all the time. Realism is, don't do it again. No. Go around like that. Go around like that. Back up. Straighten it. Unfold. Don't. No. Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, that would have been really bad. Last thing we want to go do that again. Right, let's dump that one off of there. Put the truck over here before I cause any more trouble. Right. Oh, that's brilliant. Right. We'll use the big bud. We're less likely to flip anything over with this thing. He goes too slow to be able to flip anything over. And he is fairly stable on the ground. I mean, you look at this beastie. He is fairly stable. Yes, admittedly, I suppose it might be possible to go round the odd corner, and yeah, I'm not unfolding these realistically. I kind of figure that there's little point at this stage. We've already messed up the whole realism thing. So we'll just bring this one round here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a single pass along the bottom of the field here, like this. Start that one up, and I'll do one pass along the bottom, and then I will. Actually, I'm wondering if I should do a pass up this side. Well, there we go, folks. I'm afraid that's it. We've run out of time, which means that we need to head on home. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please hit down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.